Hi everyone and warm welcome to another wonderful video of the Books Don't Lie. My name is Amit. With the help of this video, we're going to talk about this latest development from the house of Books Don't Lie, known as the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, published by John Maxwell, who is also known as the father of modern leaders in any industry. Now, with the help of this book, I'm going to talk about the 5 most important intriguing lessons which I have learned after reading it, and mark my words, you will be truly enthralled when you go through all these wonderful points. Point number 1, it says true measureship of a leader is influence and nothing else. If you are a leader, you should be able to just influence your audience and do nothing else. Let me give you a quick example. If I am making a video, as I am on this particular podcast, and in comparison, if SRK is going to make a video on the same platform, whose video is going to have more popularity in short span? Obviously SRK. Reason being, SRK is massively popular. He has a lot of influence on people, and whenever he publishes any kind of video on YouTube, he's going to be extremely popular, will end up gaining a lot of subscribers compared to mine, where I'm not exactly very popular. So if you are a true leader, you should be able to influence people and nothing else. That's point number 1. Point number 2, a title can only buy a time to influence it or to erase it. Very true. A lot of us become managers in companies, be it IT, ITers, government, and wherever you are, and we take this title for granted. But there are very few of the managers, those who understand the title is just there for some time, either to influence it or to erase it. So if you are a true leader, start working proactively towards your leadership skills by showing multiple unique ideas, proactiveness. Only then you're gonna be accepted as a leader. Otherwise, people may not even buy your ideas and your influence. So a title can only buy some time, either to influence it or to erase it. Point number 3, which is one of my favorite quotes in the book. How do you deal with hiring and firing situation? Nowadays, we are dealing in 2026. A lot of companies are laying off people. There was a situation with Thomas Watson, one of the most popular CEOs of IBM way back in early 70s, 80s and 90s. He led IBM for 38 years. And there was a time in his company where an employee lost $6 million. And in the press conference, when somebody asked, what are you going to do with the employee who lost $6 million? And the reply of Thomas Watson was, I'm going to take that employee's $6 million loss as one of my training fees for him to get trained in the company. Why would I want anyone else to take that employee when I've almost invested $6 million? So instead of firing people, instead of letting people go, you also need to understand they have given your hard work, time and money, and if you just let them go just because of one rookie error or massive error, it will not define your leadership skills. So be very careful when dealing with people. Let's talk about the point number 4, which says why people commit to work. One of my favorite parts from this wonderful book. This is a sort of a lesson which Steve Jobs popularly commented over multiple media's programs, wherein he was asked, how do you deal with people and what makes your people commit when they commit to your work? And his response was, when you want a group of people, or when you want to know what exactly a group of people are going to commit to you in time to come, you should not take a look at their so-called dotted lines reporting. Instead of that, you should also take a look of what exactly the benefits and the perks and the incentives they all are going to get. And it's a huge point. For him, that was the biggest motivator, as in why people committed to his work and why Apple became such a powerful company, because they were not just open to ideas and new tactics, they were also open to give people money and incentives after a specific achievement, which is a major lackluster show in most of the IT and non-IT organizations in India. The last but not the least, which is the most important point from the book, and it is known as the power of influence, and it is also known as when leaders speak, people listen. So there are 2 individuals who are there in a bar, they're discussing about investment. The first individual says, in a packed bar where there's a lot of chaotic noise, there's, I've got a lot of investment done in XYZ organization. And the crowd is just talking, and there's no silence at all. When the second investor, the one who has just uttered and says, I've got a lot of investment done in XYZ category, and do you know who is my investor? My investor and my guideline and my mentor is E.F. Hutton. So the moment he says E.F. Hutton, the entire pub goes for a dead silence, and nobody's even uttering a word. Now the moral of the story is very simple. When real people speak, when leaders speak, people are going to listen to you. And that is where your influence, your power, your idea, your philosophy will come into the picture. Otherwise, you are not a leader. So these are some important points which I have personally picked up from the book called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And mind you, wherever you are in this world, read this book, as this will change your life and your perception towards people management and how to be an effective leader. You take care, and thanks for watching.